All right, Algebra 1, welcome again. Lesson 2.2, graphing lines. Our objective, I know there's three, but shouldn't be too difficult. Students, you're going to graph a line when we're given an x-intercept and a y-intercept, and we'll define those first. I'm going to show you how to graph a line when you're just given 2 points, and show you how to graph a line when you're given the slope and one of the intercepts. Let's get started. So what are intercepts? Well, we have two. We have x-intercepts, or the x-intercept, and then we have the y-intercept. I should probably start color coding these. I like blue for x. The x-intercept is where the graph crosses or intersects or intercepts the x-axis. Makes sense, right? And this is the x-axis. The y-intercept is where the graph, you should know where this is going, crosses or intercepts or intersects or hits the y-axis. And this is our y-axis. So I'm going to draw a line here. That was not a line, that was an erase. Draw a line here. Goes on forever. So if you look, our y-intercept is going to be right here. It's where our graph crosses the y-axis. And our x-intercept is going to be here. Something to point out, along the x-axis, y equals 0. So it looks like it's 1.5. So my point would be 1.5, 0. I go to the right, 1.5, but I don't go up or down. So, and we'll write xint for short. If you look here, I only go down. I don't go right or left. So my x coordinate is 0. I'm not moving right or left. And my y coordinate looks like it's negative 1.5. Okay, and this would be my y-intercept. So let's graph. So I'm going to try and cheat and draw like a super straight line. We'll see how that works. Our first sample problem, you should be writing every single sample problem down in your notes and circling it if you have questions, or writing a question in your notes if you have a question. So here we have an x-intercept of 3 and a y-intercept of negative 2. So quite simply, I'm going to go over 3 along the x-axis to find my x-intercept, and I'm going to go down 2 along the y-axis to find my y-intercept, and I'm going to graph these lines. Oop, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Not even close. How do you draw a straight line here? Let's just do this. Does that work? Yep, there you go. There's my line. Almost made it. And then put the little arrows to show that we know it goes forever. Here's another way to write. Sometimes it might not say x-intercept and y-intercept, but these are x and y-intercepts. If you notice, the y value for this point is 0, so this is my x-intercept, and the x value for this point is 0, so this is my y-intercept. So let's go find those. I'm already in red, so I'm going to go 0. I don't go left or right, and I'm going to go up 2. That's my y-intercept. Then I'm going to go negative 4, which means I go to the left 4. And I don't go up or down because I'm at 0. So let's see if we can draw that really nice line again. Couldn't match the shape. I find that hard to believe. Computer. There you go. Almost got it. See if I can move it. Yes, nailed it. Much better. And that's the line. Any 2 points can make a line. Okay, so if I have 2 intercepts, I can graph a line. So what if I don't have intercepts? In this point, neither of the x or y coordinate are 0, and same here. But that's okay. Let's choose a different color. Let's use green just for all the points. So for this first point here, I go 1. So I read the x first, which is my left and right. If x is positive, I go to the right, positive. X is negative, I go to the left. So here I go over 1. And then the y, up is positive, down is negative. We talked about that when we did slope. So 1, 2 is over 1, up 2. And there I am. I'm going to erase these lines. Okay. 3, negative 4 is over 3, down 4. And that's where I'm at. And so let's draw a line connecting these 2 points. Nailed it. Question. Write this down in your notes. Come let me know. Is this slope positive or negative? Come tell me. Another sample problem. This time we'll go a little faster. First point I'm going to do is -4, 3. So I go over -4, up 3. There I am. Second point is 6, -2. So I go over to the right 6 and down 2. And that's where I'm at. Let's try and draw the shape. See if I can do the line. Oh, look at that. I almost had you. Almost. That's a little off. It's quite all right. And there I'm done. I graphed a line. This one's a little different. Now I'm given the slope and a point. Well, I can't graph the slope. Not yet until I start with a point. I need a starting off point. So my point is -4, -2. So I read the x first. That means I go left, -4. Okay. And then I go down 2. So I'm right here. My slope is +2. So that means I'm going to go up 2, or excuse me, yeah, up 2 over 1. Up 2 over 1. Up 2 over 1. Up 2 over 1. Remember, 2 is rise over run. We write it like this. That means I go up 2 units for every 1. There you go. Much better line on that one. And there's my graph. Recap. So we've been graphing lines. Right? We used x and y intercepts, which are the places where our graph crosses the x and y axis respectively, which means the x-intercept is where the graph crosses the x-axis, and the y-intercept is where the graph crosses the y-axis. Okay, we graph lines by plotting, by being given 2 points and then connecting the lines. Okay, and also by given 1 point and the slope. So your practice for this is going to be the lesson 2.2 worksheet. And there's a Desmos activity for this one as well. If there's not, come find me. Should be. All right. If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. Good luck.